Right. Boop. Okay. Do. So I believe we looked over all this last time. Let's see. Does Archer say anything right now? All right. Let's see. Do. How's our status? Any words of advice from Reen? All right. Let's try this again. And I guess we can just speed through the dialogue this time. Oop. Forgot to put on the... There we go. Okay. I'm guessing if we save Ronnie, we have to fight Reen and her servant. All right. Okay, okay. Needs more projections, so... Fortification. projection. And I guess fake Helix Sword to finish it off. Given how the Mutt was decimating Lubu in their fight, I think we chose the easier option. Ooh, I made a good choice. Ow. Okay. Imagine having to deal with him instead. Yeah. I might have self-imposed a challenge on myself, setting it so that when I do the caster route, I might have to do that. Because, if I remember right, the caster route is supposed to be the most challenging of the 3 routes. Oh, this is gonna hurt. As you can see, he's spaced out. Ah. I don't have... Yeah, I don't have a freaking... Let's get a couple of free projections on. As long as he doesn't land any breaks. I'm going to charge my dad the PSP again, see if I can get it to work up the charge. Ow! That hurt. This got ugly real quick. was actually a pretty good turn. That was actually a really good turn. Alright. Nope. Okay. Guard. Alright, I made a good call on that. Getting some good reads this time around. Weaken. Okay. Alright, good. Strength down. Ouchies! Okay, that was a bad turn. Let's try that. Right, he has his God Force available, so this is gonna get nasty real quick.
as I pray. Unlimited blade works. 布石を打たせてもらおう。
Okay, strength down.
我が腰はねじれ狂う。体ボル
Nice. Okay, okay.
あんなだな。やめろ。見えた。取られた。
工程の実行困難です。
まだだ。
コードゴッドフォースクローラー。
I'm gonna be really worried about when his God Force kicks in. Okay, will Archer's defense be enough? No, it is not. Okay. Guard. Or actually, wait, it was like break, attack, guard. There we go.
魂の純度はクオリアの地平に降りる。トゥインクトラトリスメギストス。手法ハラテ。
Okay. This is gonna be close. Immortal red hair. Nope. Figured that was it. Okay, Alright. Best case scenario, I would have had a elixir here, but we don't have that, so pure ether will have to do. And he does it again? Really? Jesus. Alright. Okay. God damn it. Alright. Screw it. Oh, right. I need more projection. Shit. explosive roar rips through the silence of the Colosseum. The crazed warrior's death growl shakes the earth. And yet, that massive frame gradually disintegrates into thin air. The next moment, tranquility dominates the Colosseum once again. The demise of the servant who has been her companion this whole time does not faze Ronnie. She whispers something as she traces the back of her hand where her command seal used to be. That can only last so long. Her fingertip is already disintegrating. Oh. She mumbles quietly as she raises her head, a slight smile on her face. It's over, isn't it? The vanishing girl's lips mouth goodbye. With hollow eyes and a sad little smile, Ronnie disappears. Not even a hint of her fragrance remains under this virtual sea. Man. Can see why people say not to pursue Lu Bu. Among men, Lu Bu. Among horses, red hair. As Lu Bu is considered the most powerful warrior in China, so is his most favored horse considered the most powerful steed to be found in any of the major kingdoms. The animal would allow no other person to ride it, or even allow anyone but Lu Bu to handle its reins. Its physical prowess was also legendary, and it has been said that Lu Bu managed to jump across a 30-meter wide moat while riding red hair. Lu Bu excelled at archery and was especially adept at shooting from horseback, earning him the nickname the Flying General. He was very close to Liu Bei, one of the heroes of the Three Kingdoms era of Chinese history, and considered him to be his brother. When Liu Bei found his army surrounded by Jiling, an ally of Lu Bu went alone to meet with the heads of the opposing sides in an effort to stop the impending bloodshed. Upon arriving at the gate of Jiling's encampment, he ordered that a halberd be set into the ground 150 paces away from where he stood. He then turned to the two leaders and said the following: "I will shoot an arrow. If it hits the small blade sticking out from the side of the halberd, you withdraw your forces immediately. If I miss, you are free to slaughter each other down to the last man." Both the earth and the heavens aligned in perfect harmony, and Lu Bu's arrow hit the intended target, forcing Jiling to withdraw his forces. Let's see. Fortitude gives one the ability to negate any type of mental interference. It also improves the damage done by melee attack and increases one's bravery. However, as Lu Bu was summoned as a berserker, the importance of bravery has been made moot. Restless soul gives one the temperament of a lone wolf, unable and unwilling to settle in one place or serve one master. This person will never be able to follow greatness, yet is incapable of finding greatness on his own. This skill negates the effect of charisma skills of the same rank. Excuse me. Lu Bu Fangzhang, a traitorous general mentioned in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. While he had considerable success on the field of battle, his legacy will be forever stained by his callous betrayal of the two men who took him in as a son. His military prowess elevated him to one of the strongest generals of the Three Kingdoms, though his inability to trust or follow led to his downfall. His lack of judgment was such that he slew Ding Yuan, the first of many confidants he betrayed, at the urgings of Dong Zhou, who was frequently referred to as the Demon Warlord. But once again, Lu Bu's true nature emerged and he ended up slaying Dong Zhou. After his second act of treason, he wandered around the provinces of North China, attempting to bring them all under his domination. However, his inability to rule led to his capture and execution by the general Cao Cao. In the end, it was Lu Bu's hubris that brought him down, as he believed he was the mightiest general alive and that no one could defeat him. And although his patron Shen Gong was disappointed and disillusioned by him, he was able to use Lu Bu in his own machinations until his student's death. Alrighty. The next combatants will be announced on the second floor bulletin board. A now all too familiar ringing tone draws my eyes to my terminal. The final week has begun. When I arrive at the bulletin board, as prompted by the terminal, there is someone there ahead of me. I'm not surprised to see him. After all, there's no one else who would be there. Good day. Leo turns my way, smiling as usual. The servant Gawain stands one step behind him, straight as a sword thrust into a stone. Unlike Leo, Gawain's eyes are calm. I sense no hostility from him, just an ironclad loyalty and unwavering confidence in his lord. Gawain's composure wouldn't slip, even in the middle of a battle. That righteous white knight would die without question for his lord. As I'm looking around, I'm struck by a sense of change. This is the last time I'll see the bulletin board like this. I look, though I already know the names. Master Leonard Bistario Harley. Battlefield, the 7th Chimeric Lunar Sea. With this announcement, at last we are formally adversaries. Once again, I wish you luck. Leo's trying to speak casualty, but something has changed about his voice. It's not that he's apprehensive about the fight. He's excited. Almost thrilled. It's strange. Honestly, I never imagined that you would be the one with me at the very end. When I first saw you, you were an industrious, adaptive, and rather forgettable individual. Over the brief course of this war, you've grown immeasurably, as if suited to the soil of battle. Now the you standing in front of me is a fitting opponent, not just in ability, but in countenance. I'm as enamored with this feeling of competition as a little girl is with a fairy tale. Leo laughs bashfully. You'd think he'd never enjoyed basic human emotions before. I do not know for which one of us this fate was meant for. However, now I feel this fight with you is a necessary step in the process of my ascension to the throne. For showing me a side of the world I had not yet known, you have my deepest gratitude. Leo isn't being insincere. He's thanking me in his self-centered, condescending way. He believes he'll win. He believes he's righteous. His belief in his own victory is greater than any I have ever seen. Leo, I understand your feelings, but further cordiality would be quite unnecessary. It has been an obstacle. The time to exchange words has passed with this now worthy opponent. You also require rest. A king must be at his best. Let us put an end to this posturing. Indeed. Thank you, Gawain. I got carried away. I will take my leave now. I look forward to your next audience with me on the final battlefield. Leo's parting smile was gentler than usual. I can't help watching his back as he leaves. It feels like I've always been looking at Leo's back. My world is too different from his. His sentiments have always been as foreign as his home country. A boy who has progressed by making victory second nature. A king who will not tolerate any outcome but victory. A person whose entire life has been absolute. I don't believe that he and I are equals, but then again, we're both king of the mountain right now. We came from many places to fight in this Holy Grail war. I will struggle to find my place. Alright, time for the final showdown, King. Strangely enough, my heart is calm. I breathe easily, the memories of past battles a comfort rather than a paralyzing factor. I'm not eager to fight, but I'm not distressed either. I'm mostly surprised at my own placidity. ACRHER is in a similar mood. He begins talking to me in his usual cynical tone. Sheesh. I didn't really think this day would arrive, but here it is. The time has come, Master. Are you ready? That Leo boy is exceptionally talented. You can't fudge your way through this one. This tournament has been a crucible for you, and you've withstood the temperatures without cracking. However, the cracks you've always had haven't disappeared. You'll need more than luck to hold out. It's like taking on a fortress empty-handed. Silly idea, right? But a fun one. I'll make a confession, this being the end and all. I think our best weapon is creativity, Master. Seeing how far you've come, it's okay to believe in yourself. And hey, believe in me too. I believe in you. How sentimental. You've always been soft, though. Anyway, I'm just stroking my ego. Getting you to say you believe in me so late in the game. But since I know you do believe in me, I will sunder that King's Saber for you. Because this is our last fight together. At first you were distressed and full of despair. But now I'm happy to be called your servant. Let's go, Master. Life is short, so we have to live without regret. And then ACRHER quietly disappears. Right, this is the last time ACRHER and I will fight side by side. My servant always tries to hide behind caustic words, but I know what he really meant. He's a tin soldier, a broken hero in a thankless role. I can't help but feel humbled by him. That's why I'll thank him in a way that doesn't rely on the slippery meaning of words. I'll give my servant a send-off that'll make him smile. I'll grasp victory so soundly that he'll be rendered speechless. I could think of no better gift. As I head out into the hallway, a silhouette appears in the doorway. I wonder how many times I've met Kodomine like this. What does he want this time? As he sees me tense up, he flashes me a rare smile. I must admit that I am surprised that you, of all people, have made it this far. I welcome you to the final confrontation, Master. The Holy Grail is almost within your reach. The omnipotent construct that'll grant any wish, any desire. Can you feel how close it is? It's too soon to think like that. What a surprise. To be free of avarice. I suppose I should quietly applaud you. A dismissive smile begins to form on the lips of the black-clad priest. Now allow me to announce the final trial. The way to the last battlefield has been opened. So, who will claim victory and raise the Holy Grail to their lips? I await with bated breath. Alright, so... Dragoon allows him to control any kind of transportation with exceptional skill. However, it does not bestow the ability to ride upon any of the phantasm races. Huh. I think that is described as riding skill in FGO. Alright, library this time. Nothing of note in the library. Okay. Anything new from the nurse's office? Congratulations on advancing to the 7th round, Silver. Please, take a lunch. This is the last one, so I put extra love into it. Sakura's amazing lunch. You know what? What does it do? Mostly heals servant HP, heals status effects. Okay. Ooh, what can I get from the commissary? Let's check formal wear first. Celestial Blade, Scapegoat Charm, Silver Anklet. I'll have a think about those. I walk down the hallway en route to the arena. Is it because the culmination of this journey draws near that each footstep feels so inevitable? What's wrong? Did you lose something? You're more distracted than normal. If you're not up to this yet, you can always go back to your room. Jeez, Archer. He's always come off sarcastic, but I know how much he cares deep down. He stood by me through a lot of challenges. I wouldn't be here if not for him. We've shared so many things. That makes even this scenery I've seen thousands of times special. He must be injured somewhere. Is it asking too much for you to tell me these things? Do you expect to function properly in that state? This is serious. Now that I think about it, you haven't had a single day off since this tournament started. Rest for a day. It's okay, I don't mind. And I don't think you'll be disqualified as a master. I should say something. I feel bad for Archer getting more and more off target. What if I stay silent like this? I bet he'll talk himself to a corner. You're relaxed. Let's see. I was jumping to conclusions here. Let's hurry to the arena, Master. If you're feeling that well, the battle will go in our favor. There's a gleam in Archer's eyes as he disappears, leading the way. This past week has been enjoyable because I've been with Archer. I sincerely believe that. But still, the hour of battle draws ever closer. The final battle. No matter how the Holy Grail War ends, I'll be parted from him. Alright. Oh, here we go. The atmosphere of the arena felt more ominous than normal, and the noise felt as if it was going to rip me apart. The animosity being directed at me is almost palatable. Makes me want to throw up. Source of all this. It's definitely not Leo. Archer seems really on edge. But they're right. This feeling isn't coming from either Leo or Gawain. In fact, I'm almost sure that I felt this feeling of hatred before. But how is it? Could it really be? You can never be too prepared. Proceed with caution, Master.
死者が蘇ったか。
Okay. While walking in the arena, a sudden burst of distortion that almost sounds like a groan pierces my brain. Could it be a voice? Not yet. Die. Why, myself? That was definitely a voice. I suddenly feel as if a wave of negative emotions is washing over me. Don't listen to that voice, Master. It's just the insane ranting of the dead. Get a hold of yourself. Archer's words immediately bring me back to reality. While the aura of negativity is still very much there, the voice that seemed to ring in my head is gone. There's no doubt as to who that voice belongs to, but how? If I want to know the truth, I have to keep moving forward. Alright.
律儀な奴らだ。切り込むか。なるほど。3台じゃないか。
こ
ションは正常なのがいい。
The distortion sears my brain like a hot iron. Dark thoughts seem to work their way through my entire being. The sudden chill that courses through my body sets to shaking, and I feel like I'm being turned inside out. I try to stop the intrusion of these evil thoughts into my consciousness, but they continue to enter my mind. His name is Dejection. His origins lay in disdain and spite. His name is abomination and hatred. In his past is scorn and ridicule. In other words, apathy towards everything. What? What is this? These overwhelming emotions. What's the source of this deranged irrationality that is rejected and rejects, denies and is denied? Feels as if it crawled out from the darkest depth of hell. I muster all the strength I can and barely manage to endure the onslaught that threatens to engulf me. The heart is seldom... Is that someone's voice? I push through the distortion and focus my attention on the voice. Experiment will begin. We will remove the liver. To observe the pain response, no anesthesia will be used. Failure, 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 failure. Less than useless. This individual has no right to exist and has nothing to contribute to the future. No value, no ability, it's a failure. Its design is flawed. The rate of aging is twice that of a normal person. I predict that its lifespan will be 25 years at best. What a failure. It's hopeless. This is the most unforgivable of sins committed against nature. It'd be understandable if it came from common stock, but it came from a superior life form. Refrain. Stop. The voice suddenly stops. As I concentrate harder, I can see a figure beyond the distortion. That must be a woman. I focus my concentration as I stretch out my hand. A scene plays out before me. There you are, Miss Alicia. That voice. It sounds much younger, but it definitely belongs to Julius. Though his voice is audible, his figure doesn't appear. This must be his memory, then. The woman named Alicia turns towards Julius, but time has degraded the memory of her facial features. Oh, Julius, what's wrong? Yes, the master is... Caved? I see. So that's me all 80. The sunlight was so warm, felt so good, I just happened to forget what time it was. Let us hurry. We won't get punished if we make him wait just a little longer. Anyway, Julius, your son, so you better father? No, as I have, be that riches, be the Harway. The only if Harway's Leo. Pull yourself together, Master. Can you hear me? You have to come back. The sound of Archer's panicked shouting brings me back to reality. The voices I heard in those memories faded at the end, and I couldn't understand them, but those memories definitely belonged to Julius. Perhaps he was trying to tell me something? Buried under those dark memories was a cry of sorrow? I have to go on. I have to learn what the owner of that voice is seeking.
に進もうマスター。律儀な奴らだ。承知。急ごう。
There it is again. AMSO! Thank you for being subscribed for 46 months. Almost 4 years, jeez. Merry Christmas, everyone. Did you know this is the third, possibly fourth, I forget when I started, Christmas that I've been subbed for? Now that's a gift. Let's see. The black thoughts encroached upon my brain like closing waves. Concentrate on the owner of these voices. I'm drawn into those dark thoughts. Avoiding the distortions that try to envelop me, I reach out with my mind. Where is that figure? When I settle my thoughts, a scene suddenly begins to play in my mind. Is this a continuation of that scene from before? Let us hurry. Making him wait just a little longer won't be enough to get us in trouble. Anyway, Julius, you're his son. Why don't you call him father? I can't. I don't have the right. I was not born with that which is needed to lead the Harways. The only one who will succeed the throne is Master Leo. And just in time, given how Silver is streaming a game known for characters who are downright ho-ho-hos. No. This is the ACRHER route. You should have had that for the Saber route. After all, Nero was called the Whore of Babylon. That's how it is. Tell me, what is it that he has been so occupied with as of late? He is receiving training by having knowledge burned into his brain. It's a sound thaumaturgical process. All that horrible surgery, and he's only 3? Even as his mother, I so rarely see him. Master Leo will one day stand at the pinnacle of the plutocracy the Harways have built in Europe. The ruler of Western Europe. A burden that pains a mother to see her child shoulder. Julius. Yes? That said, please protect Leo. Yes. I exist only for that purpose. Alrighty now. To make the relic, Holy Grail, have servant. The servant that I had summoned in the East martial artist named Li Shuen and Julius. I apologize. A rabble on isn't asked. It's alright. Explore about Leo. Yes, avenge for life. Could these be Julius's memories of the time before his soul became irrevocably stained as an assassin? I focus even harder on what I'm seeing and reach out even further. Something is there. What is it that you want to say? And when I finally reach the absolute depths of the blackened soul behind these memories. Kill, 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 kill. Let me die, let me die, let me die. Kill, 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 kill. Ow. Master! It's too early to die now, Master. ACRHER's almost screaming in desperation and fear. It seems that I'm still alive. My hands are still clenched into fists, but covered in sweat, and I'm panting with exertion. I give a nod to the obviously distressed ACRHER to show I'm okay, and then slowly get to my feet. But it was there, A cry for help in the depths of Julius's consciousness. I have to know what it means. Alright. Oh, hello. Alright, let's see. Actually, maybe if I do this. You know what? Speed up. Alright, let's see. Recover. Ow. Let's see. Should be enough to kill. That took a lot out of Archer, so let's go ahead and recover. I don't like that's the only way that you can help your servant recover his MP, but just slapped him in the face. There we go. Okay, this thing. Sodom's Gate. You know what? I know of a secret method. You ever heard of action replay? Well, no, that's not the issue. I mean, like, say I get... Okay, without thinking in terms of cheat codes or whatever, it has the same issue that I think one of the earlier Final Fantasy games had, was that there weren't that many items that could recover your MP, so that was where the challenge was. Let's see. There we go.
この調子ならいいんだがね。マスターも板についてきたようだ。
Let's see. Actually, come to think of it, I forget if this emulator even has action replay capabilities. It has debug functions. And I can always rely on save state abuse. The almost tangible animosity is coming through the end of this corridor. Although the source of it isn't approaching, I can tell that it is incredibly dangerous. I somehow know that the hatred is directed at me. It's so intense that it feels as if my very soul is being impaled by it. It was hard enough to kill the first time. But I'm surprised at just how persistent he actually is. Master, once we go forward, you'll be fighting the most dangerous opponent you have ever faced. This battle has nothing to do with the war. It's all about one person who wants to take your life at any cost. There's no escaping from the arena now. This is a do-or-die situation, Master. The source of this feeling of hatred is Julius, but his power seems different than when I last faced him. The threat before me is very real, but I have ACRHER by my side. And if I don't defeat the enemy before me, I'll never make it to the elimination battle. In addition, even as the force of this grudge hits me, I feel something other than a desire for my death. I want to know what this feeling is, no matter what may be waiting for me up ahead. It has been a while since we last met, Silver. The man standing there greeted me in a quiet voice. The serenity of his voice contrasted with the chaotic and noise-filled atmosphere of the arena. You don't seem surprised to see me. Is that not so? You defeated me. But I have returned because of a question I wish to ask you. Also, I will not be defeated by one such as you. I cannot allow myself to fall to one such as you. I don't quite understand what exactly is driving me, but it is those feelings that brought me here. What is he talking about? I understand hating the person that defeated you. That's only natural. But what question could possibly be so important? What is Julius trying to say? You don't understand? Of course. How could you? This is truly just too funny. Am I the only one who knows who and what you really are? Unlike a mere ghost such as yourself, I am alive. After I fell, I became a ghost. While falling through the perdition created by Seraph, I fought to continue on. Right at the end, I saw the truth. As the moon cell began to tear me apart, I saw what you really were. And as if the remnants of his sanity finally snapped, Julius suddenly lets out a roar of maniacal laughter. In addition to the hatred and insanity reflected in his eyes, there was a sense of obligation and duty? Has the killer before me come back from the dead to fulfill his duty? That's exactly right. I could accept defeat at the hands of any other master but you. You being the one to defeat me is unacceptable. Whether this world lives or dies should be decided by us. Choices that will determine the fate of the world should be made by those living in the present, not by you. A relic of the past like you should not be allowed to influence what happens in the here and now. What did Julius just call me? A relic of the past? I'm not only a pale imitation of someone's life, but I was never part of the present? That's correct. You're a reproduction of someone who lived 20 years before the world slid into stagnation. Then all of the imagery that sometimes appears in my dreams is the last moments of his life, which ended decades ago. Correct. That is why I cannot allow you to defeat me. The changes that must be made in this era will need to be done by us. Leo, my brother, must be king, or... That's it. That must be the reason. That's my one responsibility. That is what keeps me trapped here. But nothing matters. Please, put me out of my misery. Round 6 is already come and gone. One more person. One last victim. Once I kill you, my duty will be done. This is your final moment. Please, just let me kill you. The man hisses out his command. For a moment, I'm violently dizzy. As my vision spins, I fall into a pit of darkness. Okay, Shuen actually looks legitimately scary here. A violent bestial howl tears through the air and sends a tremor running along the ground. That must be Assassin. No, wait, he's different than before. That look of insanity only belongs to a berserker. There's something seriously wrong with Julius's arm. That dissonance must be because of... My servant mumbled mysteriously under his breath. Oh, I see now. That arm isn't his. Julius must have taken another master's arm. Julius must have ambushed a great number of masters and killed them. He somehow managed to preserve one of his victims' arms and appropriate their command seal. I wonder which master's arm he stole. What if that arm belonged to the master of Berserker? This isn't good. It seems Assassin somehow managed to weasel his way into the Berserker class as well. Anyway, the other servant probably wasn't an assassin, but a crazed warrior of some kind. Most servants have only one class, but this one has the attributes of 2. His power must be incredible. I can't believe that this servant's mind and body have been able to endure this outrageous injustice. I need neither rational thought nor coherent memories. Everything comes to an end now. Now, burn to ashes.
猛者で王子オーガサーバントをバーサーカーと化したか
And our
恥など俺には初めからない
our Matrix level carries over from that time we actually fought him. Fortification. Okay, not the skill I thought he was going for. I guess because he's a berserker, he's a bit more aggressive. Shoot. I think I might have done it bad. Good block, okay. Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. a ground-shaking roar of bestial rage, the once ferocious martial artist disappeared into the sky. Li Xuan, considered by many to be one of the greatest masters in the history of Bajiquan. Though he dedicated his life to martial arts, he was undone by the karma his acts of violence demanded. Julius's normally refined features contort as the command seal on the back of his hand glows deep red. Unable to withstand the pain that's surging through his body, Julius hunches over. I can barely watch as he writhes in pain. It's too late to help. Julius's command seals disappear one by one, and his body collapses upon itself. I cannot bring myself to strike the finishing blow. Despite the fact he tried to kill me many times over, I can't kill him as he is now. The person from whom this body of mine is copied from might have lived their life much like he did. His eyes slowly open. So this is the end. Julius breathes in deep. There's no longer the madness of bloodlust tinging his eyes. The serenity in your eyes. Though I cannot understand why, you actually have some pity for me. Hey, Carriesel. As his shoulders move in time with his labored breathing, Julius looks up into the sky of this empty world, covered by the waters of a virtual sea. Remember the question you asked me before the elimination battle? Why do you kill? You were right, you know. It's exactly what you guessed. The Holy Grail, the Harways, none of that ever really mattered. When I was young, only one person ever showed me love. Me, who had never been loved before. No one can live without love. Not even someone like me whose life had no value otherwise. There was a woman who taught me that my life had value. She died without any warning. It was so sudden. In order to secure Leo's inheritance, her family had her assassinated. Her final request to her killer was that they protect Leo, my brother. I can no longer clearly remember the exact events. Looking back on it, the whole incident seems so surreal. I liken it to a badly made movie. Poorly made, laughably acted, and generally done in poor taste. Julius isn't looking my way. He's now deep in his memories. But since then, my purpose was clear. I would work to grant her final wish, and then join her in death. People began to despise me like I was an evil spirit, whose hands were forever tainted with blood. But I could accept that, because in trying to grant her wish, I had a motivation in life. But you, while destroying my cause, you didn't finish me off. Why? It seemed like you wanted to be saved. I've been more awed by Julius than by any other opponent. But inside his ferocity lay a deep melancholy. Behind his frozen gaze, I sensed a man crying out for rescue, like a helpless infant. I just wanted someone to rescue me? Maybe I did. Julius casts his eyes down. I feel like I've been lost in the darkness, alone, ever since birth. Never considering that there might be hope or another path. My whole life I've been an insect, desperately drawn to a single light far ahead of me. But maybe my life wasn't all that bad. It's bright here. If I could be born one more time, I may live the same way again. Even if my dark journey ends in pain, it means everything to see light at the end of the path. A yellow light can be seen reflected off his eyes in Julius's raised head. Maybe he's seeing the only person who can truly save him. I can only hope that's the case. I'm sad that I'm powerless to do anything for him myself. Shinobi, you're crying for me. I had forgotten the beauty that such a gesture can hold. No, don't shed tears for me. Before his finger reaches my cheek to wipe away the tears, it melts away into thin air. It's time. My heart cringes at his hands and his feet lose color and become translucent as teardrops. And then... with a faint smile spreading across his lips, Julius disappears without a trace. Nope. Doesn't look like we can do anything else. Julius Harway found salvation. Good for him. What's more baffling than that zombie is the fact we haven't seen our opponent once in the arena. That little king doesn't seem like the type to lay traps, but you can never be too careful. The assassin appears for the third time. Only in the Holy Grail War could I meet such an opponent. ACRHER told me to not worry too much about it, but still I cannot help but think on it. Just so you know, it's not our place or purpose to wonder if he had received salvation. And it'd be asinine to have any sympathy for him, as who are we to pass judgment on his life? The only thing we know for sure is that he tried his hardest to defeat you and failed. The only thing you need to remember from all this is that only the final result matters. That may be true. Just like ACRHER says, Julius's life was his own. I can't take responsibility for how he led it. You can be weepy and sentimental once all of this is over. For now, a truly powerful enemy awaits. I nod in acknowledgement of ACRHER's words. Now that I think about it, I haven't told Rien about Julius. I wonder if she's around today. I think I'll go see her later. Does ACRHER say anything when we get into our private room? I guess he found salvation. Good for him. It's not our place to determine if he found salvation. Bruh. On a totally random note, ACRHER claims to be a nameless, nondescript legendary soul. I'm not quite sure how that would even work, so I guess I'll just leave the topic alone for the time being. Being a legendary soul, he must have done something spectacular in the past, like kill a Leviathan. So every hero is required to defeat a monster? Your ignorance is astounding, as is your imagination. Sadly, none of my achievements have ever reached such lofty and mythological heights. Most of the things I did were well within my capabilities, but Actually, I'm kind of overlooking the event that got me recognized as a legendary soul after I died. It was one of those situations where it was impossible to go it alone. You'd need someone's help. Also marked the last time I was able to save everyone. Must have been 10,000 people all told. 10,000? I can see why he became a legendary soul, but what exactly did he do? One of the cores of a nuclear power plant melted down. Someone had to go into the core to try to stop it. All I did on my own was get inside of the core, including bypassing security. It was a lot like, well, picture running through 10 levels of the arena in less than an hour. He says all of this like it was no big deal. I can't quite imagine how deadly the situation was. But the words nuclear meltdown are a pretty good indication that any sensible person would have run away. Oh. Well, at least he got one heck of a tan from it. Why did that line make me laugh so much? I don't think even Rin Tosaka is capable of saying something so heartless and cruel. I got like this using thaumaturgy, not because I was toasted by radiation. Are you done insulting me? Hey, you insulted me a bunch. It's only fair I got a licking. He seems genuinely angry. It's times like this that I have to endure Archer's grizzled old man lectures. But at least I got an answer out of him. Archer is actually a hero, even if he doesn't think so himself. Okay, that was funny. And oh yeah, MSO, you missed, what was it, the other day, where, we had the lunch scenario of like, okay, you have two girls feeding you lunch, you accidentally favor someone's lunch over the other girl's, and the other girl leaves in a huff, and Archer's response is, how can I say this without being insulting? Yeah, no, I can't. That was a dick move, Master. Like, pretty much verbatim, that was what he said. Alright, let's see. Third floor. Reen's usual spot? Reen's usual spot. To think you actually made it this far. I was sure you'd die in the first round. The joyous expression on the girl's face is totally at odds with the sarcasm in her voice. However, I have to be honest with myself. Without her help, I would be dead by now. While thinking about just how much she's helped me, my true feelings inadvertently slip out. Thank you for everything. It's only because of Reen's help that I managed to make it this far. Idiot! What the hell are you talking about? I was only looking out for myself, same as you. That's it. I wasn't doing anything for you. Okay, maybe I helped you out a little. But all of your victories were a result of your hard work. I had very little to do with them. Remember, the final battle still remains. Is this where we tease her and we list off all the different things she's done for us, all the different tips and helping points? Although Reen was blushing for a moment, it quickly faded as her mood turned serious again. She's right, the finals await, and a deadly obstacle stands between me and the Holy Grail. I will only say this once, so listen as if your life depended on what I'm going to tell you. Leo and his servant are the trump card the Western plutocrats hope will get them the Holy Grail. Their strength is such that even Lancer and I could not face them unaided. However, I can't explain why, but I have a feeling that everything will turn out okay for you. It's odd for me to say such a thing. Even odder is that, although you're strong, I can't say how. Remember, you're just as powerful as Leo. When the time comes to face him, do not hold back. Me? Powerful? I can't believe that Rin Tosaka, of all people, would say that about me. Even more surprising is that she's sincere, considering how lost and clueless I've been at times. Her words mean everything to me. For the first time, I've received praise from a fellow master. Whoa, what's with the creepy smile? You look like you've just won the Holy Grail War. Now go, you should head to the arena. You no longer have time to relax. She then hits me violently in the back, a solid thud followed by incredible pain. While trying to hide my smile at her embarrassment, I turn and leave the rooftop behind me. Tsunderes, don't you love them? Nothing needed at the multimedia room. Oh right, I have some skill points, don't I? I suppose I can go another round in the arena and use some skill points for later. Alright. I don't know why, but I feel like you won't lose, she said to the player who, if he loses, can basically rewind time to the last save point or have time restart before the fight. Yeah, it's the whole Undertale situation. Anything on the first floor? No taiga. Already got my thing from Sakura. I know you're sick of hearing this by now, but be sure to grab a return crystal. You wouldn't want to run the risk of getting trapped in the arena, would you? Fair advice, fair advice. On second thought, it'd probably be better to buff a couple of Archer stats. I could use a little more damage dealing. Alright, a little more damage output. Let's go. Alright. Oh. Archer seems unusually subdued. Seems as if there's something on his mind that's bothering him. What's wrong, Master? I thought we were going to enter the arena now. Although Archer seems to be back to normal, it's obvious that his bravado is slightly forced. If there's something bothering him, maybe I can help. Looking at him, I ask. Something bothering you? Although my question seems to catch Archer off guard, he just answers with a sigh and a rueful shake of his head. It's not that anything's bothering me per se, but something trivial is gnawing at my mind. After hesitating for a few seconds, Archer begins speaking. Oh, what the hell. I suppose that you should know more about my situation. Servants called to fight in the Seraph's version of the Holy Grail War must obey one rule. The ban on combat on campus only pertains to masters. Servants are obliged to follow it. If you're willing to accept the penalties, you can attack your foe at any time while on campus. But there is one restriction that cannot be circumvented, nor will it ever be ignored. Any actions that threaten the Moon Cell, the system which runs the Seraph, will be punished. It's a safeguard to protect the Moon Cell from rogue masters who might want to destroy it. To put it bluntly, if a threat to the system occurs, I am to put its safety ahead of my master's. Every servant currently present in the Seraph is obligated to obey this command. A servant who has gone berserk may be exempt from this rule, but not the rest of us. Normally, the safety of the moon cell should be more important to me than yours. I see. After hearing his explanation, it doesn't seem that surprising. In fact, it seems fairly humane. It's like the last line of defense for the moon cell, considering its regard for masters in general. However, Archer's little diatribe explains nothing about why he seems so conflicted. Conflicted. Yes, that's a good way to describe my thoughts. It has to do with you, actually. How do I put this? Let's just say that my priorities have changed recently. For a servant whose loyalties shift so, only Seraph knows what will become. Never mind. I was just thinking out loud. Just forget I said anything. With a dismissive shrug, Archer returns to his normal flippant self. Sorry, I didn't mean to waste your time with my pointless rambling. Let's get moving. With that apology, quote-unquote, Archer disappears. Archer just posts an apology video on ServantTube. Although he's made clear that I'm to forget it, it's not going to be that easy to. Hearing any complaint from Archer is kind of unnerving. I wonder how serious his problem is. Oh, I just looked at the time. We might have to save this for next time. I won't be working on Christmas Day tomorrow, but I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow either. So, yeah. Let's just make a save state here. And let's see. Who are we going to raid, and what are we going to raid with? Oh, hey! Let's go ahead and raid Cyto Killer, who is currently playing some Fate Grand Order. And he's doing Lost Belt 5 voice acting. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And we're gonna raid with a message. Archer got a tan. Alright, let's see. I'll probably be streaming again this coming Monday. That's my guess. So, I will see you guys later. Let's go ahead and raid.